This video is section 5.01, linear equations in one variable. In this section, we do a brief overview of linear equations. Remember that linear equations can be written in the general form, ax plus by equals c, or in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So just to make sure that we are clear on how to graph those, how to find a slope, we're going to refresh your memory on a couple of things. So the first is slope. Slope is the change in y over the change in x. So sometimes we write it as delta y over delta x. Sometimes we refer to it as rise over run. And if we use the formula, it's the difference of the y's, y2 minus y1, over the difference of the x's, x2 minus x1. So for our first example, we want to look at 2 points, 3, 7, and negative 3, 5, and I'm just going to label these. This is my first ordered pair, so I'm going to call it x1, y1. And then for my second ordered pair, I'm going to call it x2, y2. And we're simply going to use our formula. So we're going to say 5 minus 7 over minus 3 minus 3, and we'll get negative 2 over negative 6, or 1/3. That means that the slope of this is a positive rise 1, run 3. When we look at this next example, we just want to be able to identify the slope if I'm given a line. So I'm going to look at this and I notice that it's going through the hashtags or the hash marks on the graph here at 0, 3, and 3, 5. Now I could do exactly what I've done up here, but I can also just count my slope. I would rise 2, 1, 2, and run 3. So my slope here is 2/3. For this third example, to find the equation of a line with a slope of 2/3 and a y-intercept of 0, 5, we can use the y-intercept form or the slope-intercept form, mx plus b, where m is your slope, 2/3, and b is your y-intercept, so in this case, 5. So while the slope-intercept form is very useful for us for graphing, we oftentimes in calculus use the point-slope form of the equation of a line. And that point-slope form is y minus y1 equals the slope m times x minus x1. In this particular case, I don't know why this is not coming across, but x1, y1 is your ordered pair, and the m is the slope. So here, if we use this example, I would first want to find my slope, y2 minus y1, so minus 5 minus 3, over x2 minus x1, 4 minus 2. So negative 8 over 2, or negative 4. So at this point, I'm going to choose 2, 3 as my ordered pair. It wouldn't matter if I used the 4, negative 5. The results would be the same. And I'm going to plug it into this form of the equation. So I'm going to do y minus 3 equals negative 4 times x minus 2. And then I will distribute negative 4x plus 8. And moving the 3 over, we have a final result of minus 4x plus 11. So one more thing that you might remember from college algebra is the relationship between parallel and perpendicular lines. So parallel lines, we use this here for parallel. Parallel lines, the slope of one line is equal to the slope of another line. For perpendicular lines, and we use this upside down capital T here, M1 is, oh, let me say this a different way. So if we, M1 and M2 are opposite reciprocals, so that means that one's going to have to be positive and one's going to have to be negative. And if you multiply those together, you should get -1. So we want to find the equation of the line perpendicular to the line y equals 1/4 x minus 3. So we want to be perpendicular to that line through the point 9, 1. So if we wanted the slope of this line here is 1/4, so our perpendicular slope would have to be -4/1, so -4. And then I can use this information as I did before, y minus 1 equals the slope, which is -4, times x minus 9. So we have y equals -4x plus 36, and moving the 1 over for a final result of -4x plus 37. That concludes this video. Thank you.